patterns, but they're all two whole steps and a half step and a whole step. That's all that there is. And it's funny that of all the music, all Western music, which is in basically a major scale, or even the minor key, which is a relative minor, I know about that a little bit, it's only those three patterns. So you get into like harmonic minors and then other
the odd intervals in it.
Odd scales that, you know, that odd people probably think of. So.
What about your rocking on the bar technique that you use with your left hand?
Rocking on the bar thing. I used to do that when I was in an old band. We played in the bars, and we'd always get out on the bar. And no, just kidding. Rocking on the bar technique. That sounds like something a band would do in a bar. But what we're actually referring to there is it's kind of a barring technique. So you actually play with this part of your finger. So you cover, the string is on the tip and then this middle part. So we got to get us a little snap of that joint. So that little hula dance kind of thing there.
It's like a hinge almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or a collapsing kind of effect.
Yeah, so it's real handy to just get more notes. So again, economy of motion, so you're not moving and using fingers more than you have to, and you're getting the most out of the smallest amount of movement. And so, you know, to use it, look at, there's millions of notes coming out there, but it's like, you know, there's hardly any movement. Actually, I want to do it. That barring technique. And after a while you get calluses right there.
I'll bet.
Which is different than the callus there. So
again, this involves some recovery muscles, doesn't it?
It's a different muscle because it involves a muscle that makes your finger push down and then all of a sudden snap.
Right.
Get this little snapping thing. Some people's fingers just don't do it. Some people's fingers, I don't know, I guess maybe they do if they work on it long enough, but I've seen some people have a real hard time with it. But it's if you can do it, it's a real cool way to get, if you really get good at it, you can get so that snappy, you can actually hammer down with it without actually playing the note. You really get that snap wailing down on that thing. So it's a real handy thing, and it really helps me out a lot of my playing. I use it a lot, you know, just to make up for lack of a finger being there. It's real handy.
I understand recently you went to Japan as a soloist. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
I went over there on the auspices of Yamaha, and they did, matter of fact, the TV commercial, you know, that I did with Yamaha. They ran that before the show and everything like that. I did a couple of neat, like the double tap thing. I used a lot in the commercial.
Now let's turn it up.
Yamaha has been a great help to me in a lot of aspects of my career. And they sent me over to do some bass clinics, you know, and it was really funny because, you know, they do a lot of like jazz guys clinics, but they don't do too many rock or pop guys, so they didn't really know what to expect, and like the places were all like packed and everything, and it was really wild. Kids were screaming and yelling. So it was really cool to just go out there alone. No drums, no guitar, no vocals, no nothing. Just go out and play bass.
Hey, look at that.
It was a really cool experience. Japanese people were so incredibly great to me. It's really like being on a different planet there with different language and everything is different. So you have extra strength, so you can play bass with big fat strings. So you need the two. It's not like this. It's like this.
今ビリーがやってたようにこのように指を、することによって、一本の指で弾くよりは力が入って、ベースの弦を、弾くことができるということです。
どうもありがとうございました。
I think the interesting thing about Japanese audiences is they really appreciate that soul blues influence on music, and Japanese audiences also can like many kinds of music. Not like in America, it's just I like only metal, you know, or I will listen only to dance, or I will not listen to anything else but, you know, it's like they listen to everything. Go to a Whitney Houston show, then to a Metallica show, you know, so it is possible to do. I mean, myself, I like a lot of different acts, so it's really interesting to see that. I wish they do that in America, you know.